course I am, Krillin. Don't be silly. Hey, stop! Vegeta, that's enough! What are you doing? What's your deal? You know how to receive mercy, but you can't give it. Too bad. I was hoping you might have changed.
Oh, they don't deserve any favors. They're scum, Kakarot, believe me. Would they have taken mercy on your son and your friend? If you'd arrived 10 minutes later, they'd be gone right now.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the full elect. In this lesson, I want to go into mercy. And when thinking and meditating on that, I thought of this scene that happened, if you ever watched Dragon Ball Z, but the main point is in what Goku said to Vegeta after he killed the characters' names is Burter and Recoome. Burter is the blue guy, and Recoome was the guy face down on the ground. And if you ever watched Dragon Ball Z, but just to give you a short summary, at least at this point, the how can I put it? The story behind Goku and Vegeta is that at one point, this character that you see on the screen here, Vegeta, came to the planet Earth to pretty much take it over and get the Dragon Balls, right? And in so doing so, he came with another individual, which was called Nappa, and they destroyed a lot of Earthlings. They were the cause of some of Goku's friends being killed, such as Piccolo, Tien, Yamcha, and Chaozu, right? Even to the point where when Goku and Vegeta fought, those two characters that you saw a little bit earlier, Krillin and Gohan, Vegeta was even almost about to kill them as well, right? So even with all this great evil that this character here, Vegeta, did, right, at the end of their fight, Goku still had mercy on Vegeta and told Krillin to spare him, because at the end of the Saiyan saga, at the end of their fight, before this, what you see happening here, they're on a whole totally different planet. Krillin, the bald-headed dude, was about to kill this guy, Vegeta, here. But instead, Goku told Krillin to stop, have mercy on him, and don't kill him. Which, if you watch this whole series, it actually turned out to be the right move, because this guy is actually one of the greatest allies to Goku. So it was actually a good move that Goku told Krillin not to kill Vegeta. But at least putting yourself in hindsight, at least during this time, a lot of people be like, yo, why would you spare this guy? He was the cause of great evil, great tragedy that happened on the planet Earth. He killed a bunch of Earthlings. He's the cause of many of your close friends dying. He tried to kill your son, even your best friend. So it's like, why would you have mercy upon this guy? But as you see there, as they're on this other planet called Planet Namek, Goku saves them from these bad guys, so to speak, right? Almost about to kill him. Goku beats them up. One of them escapes. His name is Jace. And then Vegeta comes in, as you saw, I played in the scene there. Vegeta comes, steps on Burter's neck, and then he blasts Recoome into nothing. And then Goku's like, chill out, what's wrong with you? So you know how to receive mercy, but you don't know how to give mercy. And that's like, Goku was like, I thought you would have changed. Which, behind it, Vegeta does have a point, because they are scum. But again, like I'm saying, the point in this I want to get across is mercy. How, although Vegeta did so much evil to Goku as far as killing some of his best friends, even attempting to kill his son, or almost about to kill his son and his best friend, and Goku still let him go, right? And both Goku and Vegeta are Saiyans, like I said, if you ever watched the TV show. But the main point I want to get across in this lesson is mercy. So let's go into Matthew chapter 18 and verse 21. And the subtitle has there, forgiveness. So it says, then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Excuse me. Yahweh Shai saith unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7, right? Now, that is within reason. You don't want someone to just keep doing, evil to you. You just keep letting it slide. There is a point where it's like, listen, you got to talk to your brother, talk to him, let him know, hey, you can't keep doing this, right? You're not a punching bag, right? But the emphasis is on mercy, right? So I don't want people to think that, oh, you're just supposed to be some punching bag, just taking something over and over. There is within a reason to a cutoff point where you will tell a person, hey, I'm not a punching bag. You can't just keep abusing me and things like that. Right? But continuing verse 23, therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him, which owed him 10,000 talents. But for as much as he had not to pay, his Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife, and children, and all that he had, and payment to be made. So this guy owed the king 10,000 talents of silver, and since he didn't have the money, okay, well, sell him, his wife, and his children. Verse 26, the servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Then the Lord of that servant was moved with compassion, and loosed him, and forgave him the debt. So imagine, right, in a panic and a frenzy, the king is like, oh, this guy owes me money. You know what? He doesn't have the money. Sell him, his wife, and his children, and that's how he'll repay me. And then imagine, the servant gets on, pretty much like on all fours, gets on his knees, bows before him. It's like, Lord, please, puts his, hands together and like that praying thing. It's like, Lord, please have mercy with me. I'll pay you back the money. And because the Lord, right, the king saw how, the king had compassion upon this guy. It was like, you know what? I forgive you of your debt for me. All right, you're loose from it. Relax, chill. Everything's easy. You don't owe me the debt. Completely let him go, scotch-free. Nothing. Didn't owe him anything. Same thing like with Goku and Vegeta. Again, like I mentioned earlier, that character Vegeta, right? The one with like the messed up face, the bruised up face, he did a lot of evil to Goku. Again, he went to Earth, he came to Earth, killed a bunch of Earthlings, killed some of his closest friends, tried to kill his son and his best friend, which his best friend is like the bald-headed one, that's like his closest friend. And even after all of that, Goku still told Krillin, because Krillin was about to take a sword and stab him, Goku still told him, let him go. And even as you can see on Planet Namek, Goku was still willing, right, was still in the mindset of forgiving Vegeta for what he had done. He still looked at Vegeta, which that is a little bit, going into the show, a little bit of Goku's, foolish side, but still, Goku was willing to forgive and forget. And mind you, you could consider them pretty much like brothers because they're both Saiyans. They're both from the same, people, right? So here it is, Goku had forgiven Vegeta of the things that he did. How many people can sit there and say, right? Because again, like I was saying, Krillin was about to stab Vegeta with a sword, take him out. And even that was Krillin's words to Goku. What do you mean let him go? He killed Piccolo, he killed Tien, he killed Yamcha, he killed not Yajirobe, what's the other dude's name? Chaozu. He killed so many people on Earth. He's the reason why so many people are dead. What do you mean let him go? We can't let him go. But Goku said, nah, have mercy, chill out, let him go. Now, for anybody that may watch, so yes, one of the reasons I believe, if I remember correctly, why Goku did let Vegeta go was he did want to fight him again. But mostly, like I said, Goku has always been known as a merciful character in the TV shows. He's never really wanted to kill anybody, right? So same thing with this king. This king had compassion the same way Goku had compassion on Vegeta, right? Completely just said, hey, all right, you did all this, but I'm going to forgive you. I'm going to let it go. Right? So continuing verse 28. But the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence. And he laid hands on him and took him by the throat, saying, pay me that thou owest. And his fellow servant fell down at his feet, same as he did before the king, and besought him, saying, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. And he would not, but he went and cast him into prison till he should pay the debt. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, so people peeped what was done, they were very sorry, and came and told unto their Lord all that was done. Then his Lord, after that he had called him, said unto him, O thou wicked servant, I forgave thee all that debt, because thou desirest me. Shouldest not thou also have had compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee? So the king is telling him that, look, you owed me, and I had compassion upon you. You desired for me to have compassion on you, to have mercy upon you. I didn't even sit there and say, okay, give you an extended time and say, hey, I'll give you this amount of time to pay me back. No, I just completely forget the debt and let you go free. But here it is, your fellow servant, you can extend him that same mercy the way I showed you mercy and completely forgave you of the debt. Didn't even give you extended time, just completely loosed you from it. But here it is, your fellow servant owes you money, and you couldn't show any compassion to him. And that's the point I want to get across, is that that's how we're supposed to be with amongst each other. We're supposed to have forgiveness for one another, right? When other brothers, may offend you or whatever, have mercy upon them, forgive them. Obviously, like I'm saying, not to be a punching bag and things like that, right? There is things within reason, within measure, but we are to forgive one another, have mercy upon one another, have compassion upon one another. We may not know that something we may do or say may offend another brother, right? Because we all come from different walks of life. But if a brother tells you, hey, what you did offended me and things like that, again, right? You speak to the brother, you talk to him. You don't, speak to him in a rough and tone manner, because, you want to watch how you talk to people. Because, there is a saying, sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So, you want to, watch what you say, speak to the brother and say, hey, what you did or what you said, that offended me and that, really irked me. Oh, my bad, Salaki, I didn't mean no offense by that. Where I come from, we say certain things or do certain things like that. My bad, I didn't mean no offense by that. I clearly wasn't thinking, because, we all do it sometimes, even though we have to be more mindful of that, we all can sometimes just not think, right? Sometimes we're not thinking about what we say or what we may do may offend somebody, right? It's just how we do things sometimes. Sometimes us as Israelites, we just simply don't think, right? But going back to, again, using Goku and Vegeta, here it is, Goku extended mercy unto Vegeta because, hey, you tried to kill my son. You killed some of my friends, but I forgave you. I let you go. Here it is, these guys, yeah, they were trying to kill my son and my friend. But here it is, I was willing to let them go. Now, yeah, Vegeta did have a point, again, like I was mentioning at the end there, but still, I showed mercy to you when you killed my friends and tried to kill my son. And you can't show mercy to these people that tried to kill you and my son and my friend? So it shows you, how just to use that, and then later on in the during this arc, the Planet Namek arc, eventually Vegeta got his comeuppance and he got what he deserved, right? Eventually Frieza killed him because he was a merciless person. He didn't know how to have any type of compassion. It was just all like, oh, I'm just gonna just brutalize and kill everybody. Well, then he was brutally killed and beaten at the end by Frieza. The same thing that he did to others came back upon him. But continuing here, I read verse 33 again. It says, shouldest not thou also have had compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee? And his Lord was wroth and delivered him to the tormentors, till he should pay all that was due unto him. So likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you, if ye from your hearts forgive not every one his brother their trespasses, right? So the same way we want the Heavenly Father, because we trespassed against him, we sinned against him, right? But yet the Heavenly Father extended mercy unto us. Should we not, the same way to each other, extend that same mercy? The same way we want the Father to forgive us of our trespass against him, should not we forgive each other of our trespasses against each other? And sometimes when you look and analyze on certain things, when you go back, maybe you may have had a fallout with a brother. When you look back on it, analyze it, you'd be like, why did we fall out? Why did that get so hectic or something like that? Like, why did that get to the point where it's like, we couldn't talk for a couple of days? Because when you really sit back, in the heat of the moment, yeah, you may be angry and things like that. But when you have time to cool down and relax and think about it, it's like, why was I so heated about that? Why was I so angry about that? You know? It's the same thing like sometimes people use that in an argument. You may have an argument with somebody and then you think about certain things that you could have said in the argument later on, like, why didn't I say that? But, just using it for, brothers that may have aught or, a brother that may have offended. When you really sit back and chill out, cool your head, and really analyze the situation and really think about it, what are you so angry about? What are you so angry about that can't be settled? Because whatever it is that we may have aught against each other about, right, or anything like that, what is it that can't be discussed, sat down about, discussed, and, and hash it all out and let, just, be forgiven about, right? What evil have we done to each other that can't be forgiven? Again, look at the great evil that we have done to the Heavenly Father, right? We committed spiritual adultery. We served other gods, right? We broke the law, statutes, commandments, right? We were murdering each other, lying to one another, but yet the Heavenly Father will still forgive us of all our iniquities. So how much more can we forgive each other, right? If the Heavenly Father can forgive us. So that's going back to that scene. I'll play it one more time, just so you can hear it, of what Goku was telling Vegeta, that, hey, you killed my friends and all that, and tried to kill my son. You can receive mercy, but you can receive it, but you can't give mercy. So the same thing for us in this ministry. We can receive the mercy of the Heavenly Father, but we can't extend that to brothers anytime we may have a falling out or something. You mean to tell me whatever the brother may have done to offend you was that serious that it's like, fuck him, no, I'm not forgiving him? We can't be like that. So I'll play it one more time.
What? Of course I am, Krillin. Don't be silly. Hey, stop! Vegeta, that's enough! What are you doing? What's your deal? You know how to receive mercy, but you can't give it. Too bad. I was hoping you might have changed.
See? So, again, Goku explained that, hey, I gave you mercy when I let you live. But here it is, look at you doing what you're doing to these people. I could have had Krillin stab you at the end, and you would have been dead. But here it is, you can't extend mercy to other people. Shows you the character of Vegeta, and that was the character of Vegeta. And like I said, at the end, he got his comeuppance at the end, that he was brutally beaten and embarrassed by Frieza when Frieza was beating him, right? So, hey, if we don't have mercy upon each other, have compassion amongst each other, the Heavenly Father can embarrass us in front of the congregation. So, just really want to bring that out going into, pretty much forgiveness, just using this scenario that the Spirit gave me dealing with Goku and Vegeta, as far as Goku having mercy, forgiveness upon Vegeta, of the evil that Vegeta did to Goku. And here it is, Vegeta is not showing that he can have any type of compassion. He's just all wrath, just complete wrath. Just like we read in Matthew, the 18th chapter here, starting from the 21st verse, that the servant, he begged the Lord to forgive him, but when it was his turn to forgive and show compassion, he couldn't do the same. So just wanted to bring that out and bring out and say that, hey, we have to have compassion amongst each other. We have to forgive each other, especially, as we're getting closer and closer to this, right? We want to make sure that, there's no, I believe the word is schism in the body, right? We want to make sure that we are a tight-knit group, right? Even in sports, that's the same thing, whether it be sports, anything, right? But I'll just use sports because I used to play football. If there's any type of issue or whatever, or problem, right, within the team, there's certain times where, let me come to think of it, right? Like if there's a problem between a receiver and like a quarterback or something like that, or maybe, for a matter of fact, I'll use the quarterback and the running back, right? Sometimes when the quarterback is going to give the running back the ball, I've had this happen to me one time. Me and homie disagreed on something. He almost wanted to, because if you know about the position of running back, they got to open up the hands to receive the ball. and then the quarterback will extend his hand out. Let me just show you, just to, not trying to make this, let me put handoff. Let me put a QB, just so you can see what I'm talking about. Just so you can see a picture of it. Okay, perfect. Like this picture here, right? Something along this lines, right? So what it was is me and the homie had a little issue, disagreement or whatever. And for whatever reason, he still held that. And when it was his turn to, give me the ball, hand me off the ball, it was almost like he wanted to pause, but pound it into my stomach and make me feel some type of pain while giving me the ball. I'm like, yo, what the hell? You're just supposed to just extend your arm out and just give, hand the ball. If you're not supposed to right there, shove it in their stomach and things like that. So you see, but it's like, yo, now what if that made me, I'd fumble the ball or something like that? I didn't, but things like that. Sometimes the quarterback may be angry at the receiver. Let me throw the ball super hard at him. What if it break his damn finger, or if make it impossible for him to catch the ball? Now we can't progress because you're holding some type of hate and animosity now. Something that could be easily forgotten about. So now the whole team has to suffer because of you can't let something easily go. Because it's just that serious, because your ego, your pride or whatever just can't simply let that go. And now the mission, which is to work together as a team, we can't move forward because you won't let something go. And now people got to pay the price for it, or the team has to pay the price for it because of your little issue. Does that make sense in the grand scheme of things? When we're working, thinking of it using sports, we're working to, win a championship, right? To be, the world champions or whatever, right? And here it is, your little issue that you had, the disagreement. Now we have to probably, there's a chance of us not winning games because of a little disagreement that we had. So now think of that as along this line, this ministry of this truth. Your salvation is worth a little disagreement that can be easily hashed out, that can be easily, that can be easily just not put under the rug, excuse me, but to just be easily handled out as men. As men, we should be able to, especially within this ministry, easily be able to talk out anything. Nothing has to lead to a fight or anything like that. We should be easily, as men, especially understanding this truth, easily be able to talk out any and everything. We are men, right? We understand things, so we should be easily able to hash out anything. Shouldn't get to the point of violence or anything like that in the world, because that's how the world moves. Anything little happens, they're ready to fight about it. Nah, us as men, we should be able to easily talk out anything. Think about it. Is your salvation worth that disagreement that you and that brother had? So, don't want to, extend this and make it too much longer, but I pray that this video was edifying. I pray that the point was made. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle, elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to those for elect. Shalom.